Hello and welcome students, this is Mr. Boyd. In this video I'm going to continue the instruction on the rules of exponents. So this is the back page of the notes that I handed out in class. So we're going to start here with number 5, power to a power rule. So in this rule we see that if a base is raised to a power and then raised to another power, we're going to keep the base. We always keep the base, and we are going to multiply the exponents. So in this case, we would keep the base of 2, and then we would multiply 2 times 5, and that would give us 2 to the 10th power. For example B, we would keep the base of x, and then we would multiply the powers, negative 3 times 4, and that would give us a answer of x to the negative 12th power. But as we saw earlier, we cannot have negative exponents, so we would rewrite this. Remember, the negative exponent means it's going to switch places. So we would rewrite this as 1 over x to the 12th power. When it switches places, it's going to change signs on the exponent. Okay, moving on down. Product to a power. So here we see that we've got two different bases, a and b, raised to the power of n. So each of the base is going to get raised to the same power. Now in this case, this is not true because remember, exponents is the shortcut notation for a repeated multiplication, and this is an addition problem. And this is a subtraction problem. Therefore, we wouldn't raise each of those bases to the same power because, again, it's not multiplication. So for this case, the way I like to think about this is I have a base of negative 2 in parentheses raised to the 4th power, and I have a base of y raised to the 4th power. So then I can simplify this negative 2 to the 4th power, which is negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. Well, when I multiply that out, I just get 16, and that's a positive 16 because we have an even number of negative signs. And then y to the 4th power, we just drop the parentheses. Now, the reason this is y to the 4th power is because, remember, this y by itself is going to be the first power, and 1 times 4 is going to give us a power of 4. For this example, I've got a 3 in the parentheses to the 2nd power. I got an x to the negative 2 to the 2nd power, and a y to the 5th to the 2nd power. Now when I simplify each of those, I get 9, x to the negative 4, again we're multiplying those powers, y to the 10th, multiplying those powers, just like we did in the previous rule. And then here I see that this x has a negative exponent. Now that means that only the x is moving to the denominator. The others are going to stay because they're a positive exponent. Therefore, my final answer would be 9y to the 10th power over x to the 4th power. Notice that the only one that moves is the one with the negative exponent. Okay, let's move along to rule number 7, and it looks like our final rule. This rule is very much like the previous one, except that now we're looking at a quotient of two different bases raised to a power, but still the rule is the same. Each base is going to get raised to the same power. So in this case, I've got a 2 in the parentheses that's going to be raised to the 4th power. I've got a 5 in the denominator that's going to be raised to the 4th power, and I've got a y that's going to be raised to the 4th power. Now when I go ahead and simplify that, that would give me a 16 in the numerator. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 is going to be the same thing as 25 times 25, or 625. And the y to the 4th, I just need to drop the parentheses again because it's going to be y to the 4th, just like in the previous problem. For this one, I've got an x to the negative 3 to the second power. I've got a 3 in the parentheses, also raised to the second power. And then I've got a y to the negative 2 raised to the second power. Now when I multiply those exponents, because I've got a power raised to a power here again, I'm going to have an x to the negative 6th in the numerator. I'm going to have a 9 and a y to the negative 4th in the denominator. Now again, I see I've got some negative exponents here, so this y is going to move to the numerator, and the x is going to move to the denominator. So what that means is that my final answer is going to finish up with y to the 4th power divided by 9x to the 6th power. Okay guys, that concludes this lesson. Hope you found that helpful. If you did, click on subscribe, and if you click on the bell, you'll get notifications when I put out new videos. Thank you. Have a great day.